Good morning. Hi. So glad you could join me for story time. My name is Kathleen and I work here in the Youth Services Department at the Bozeman Public Library. And here we are today for another story time. Today we are doing a story time about the farm. And I'm sure some of you have been to a farm before. When you think about a farm, what comes to mind? I know for me, it's all about the animals. Can you think of some animals that live on farms? Let's think about it together. There's one that says, neigh, horse. How about moo, cow? How about cluck, 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 chicken? How about baa, sheep? Oink, 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 pig? Quack, 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 duck? There's so many farm animals. I hope you get the opportunity to go visit a farm sometime. There are lots of fun and lots of interesting things happen on the farm. Well, we're going to do our welcome song and then we'll read a book and then I've got a fun activity for us. So if you're new to story time, this is the song we usually sing at the beginning. And if you're not new, I hope you'll sing this at home with me and we'll have some fun singing together. Here we go. It goes like this. The more we are together, 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 the more we are together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we are together, the happier we'll be. I want to tell you guys that we have been busy planning our summer reading program, and we're going to have so much fun this summer. We're going to have story times in person again outside. We're going to have programming during our free lunch from 12 to 1 every weekday of summer. We are having so many fun activities planned all around the theme of the ocean. So I hope you will pencil that into your summer plans, and we are having such fun planning things, and we can't wait to have programming in person with you again. Well, we talked about some animals on the farm, and this is a book all about those silly animals. This book is called Duck on a Bike. Can you help me read that? That's right, you can read Duck on a Bike. Up here it says David Shannon. That is the author and the illustrator. He did the pictures for this book too. That's what an illustrator does. And we all know that's a silly duck riding a bike from the title. Have you ever seen an animal ride a bike? I don't think I have, but you know what I saw once at the sledding hill? A dog who went down the hill on a sled. No duck on a bike though. Well, let's read this great book by David Shannon. And I always like to thank our publisher. Let's see. Well, it looks like this is published by Scholastic. I think someone, let's see, the original was the Blue Sky Press, but we'll thank them both today. Here we go for our great book called Duck on a Bike. Wonder. One day down on the farm, Duck had a wild idea. I bet I could ride a bike, he thought. He waddled over to where the boy parked his bike, climbed on, and began to ride. At first he rode very slowly and he wobbled a lot, but it was fun. Duck rode past Cow and waved to her. "Hello, Cow," said Duck. "Moo," said Cow. But what she thought was, "A duck on a bike? That's the silliest thing I've ever seen." Who's next? The sheep. Then Duck rode past Sheep. "Hello, Sheep," said Duck. "Bah," said Sheep. But what she really thought was, "He is going to hurt himself if he is not careful." It's a very reasonable sheep. Oh, Duck was riding better now. He rode past Dog. "Hello, Dog," said Duck. "Woof," said Dog. But what he really thought was, "Oh, that's a mighty neat trick." Oh, who's sunning himself? Then Duck rode past Cat. "Hello, Cat," said Duck. "Meow," said Cat. But what she thought was, "Oh, I would not waste my time riding a bike." Aren't cats funny? Oh, what do you think that horse is going to say? Can you make a prediction with me? Do you know what a prediction is? It's when we make a guess, and we can use picture clues to help us make that guess. Look at that horse's funny face. He's going to say something funny, isn't he? Maybe something about, "Oh, you're not as good as I am." He has that look on his face, doesn't he? Let's find out. So make your prediction. We'll see if you're right. Duck pedaled a little faster. He rode past Horse. "Hello, Horse," said Duck. "Hey," said Horse. But what Horse thought was, "You're still not as fast as me." That fits that picture, doesn't it? Was your prediction right? Oh. What do you think that chicken's gonna say? Whoa! Duck rang his bell, ding ding, as he rode towards Chicken. "Hello, Chicken." "Cluck, cluck, 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 cluck," said Chicken. But what she thought was, "Watch out what you're doing, Duck." Oh, goodness, this is funny. The goat. Goats love to eat anything. Then Duck rode past Goat. "Hello, Goat," said Duck. said Goat. But what he thought was, what do you think Goat's gonna say? Goat says, "Gee, I'd like to eat that bike." That silly Goat. Oh, the pigs. Look at him now. He's standing on the bike seat. He's really gotten good at riding that bike. Duck stood on the seat and rode past Pig and Pig. "Hello, Pig," said Duck. "Oink," said Pig and Pig. But what they really thought was, "Oink, oink, that duck is such a show-off." Oh, one more. Look at, can you find the animal who's next? Right there, the little mouse. Then Duck rode with no hands past Mouse. "Hello, Mouse," said Duck. "Squeak, squeak," said Mouse. But what he thought was, "Wow, I wish I could ride a bike just like Duck." Whoa! What's happening here? All those kids. Suddenly, a whole bunch of kids came down the road on bikes. They were in such a hurry that they didn't see Duck. They parked their bikes by the house and went inside. That is a lot of bikes, isn't it? Okay, now here's a really good prediction page. What are those animals smiling about? Can you make a prediction or a guess based on their face? They all look kind of surprised, excited. What are they looking at? They're looking at that bike. But do you remember what else just came in? How many bikes? There were all those bikes from all those kids. And they had just seen the duck riding the bike. I bet they all have in their minds something they're going to do with all those bikes. What do you guess? You're right. Look at that. You were right. Look at, they all got on their own bike. And look, everyone has one that's just perfect. The pigs are on a double bike. This is called a tandem bike. The hen is on a little tricycle. The goat's eating his basket. The horse is riding, can you see? Oh, there he is. The horse is riding this fast racing 10-speed bike. Now all the animals had bikes. They rode around and around the barnyard. This is fun, they all said. Good idea, Duck. Did you see Mouse? I almost forgot. See Mouse right there. He was too small to ride a bike, but he gets to ride it right in front with Duck. Oh. Then they put the bikes back by the house, and no one knew that on that afternoon there had been a cow, a sheep, a dog, a cat, a horse, a chicken, a goat, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck on a bike. Oh, the end. Want to help me read this last page? The end. You're reading. This T-H-E spells the word the. E-N-D spells the word end. These words, letters, they mean something, don't they? The end. What on earth is he thinking now? Do you think what I think? Do you think he's going to waddle, 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 hop, 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 start that tractor up and go for a ride? Guess what? There's another book called Duck on a Tractor by the same author. You'll have to come to the library and find that one. Isn't that a fabulous book, Duck on a Bike? Well, we have a fun little Storytime Takeout Kit for you to come pick up at the library. And it is all about farm animals. And you'll never guess. Usually our little take-home kits come in a bag, a little lunch sack bag. But this month, they come in a pizza box. Now, I promise, I'm sorry there's no pizza in here, but you know what's in here? A lot of fun. This says, Down on the Farm Storytime Takeout. And it says, this pizza box felt board kit belongs to, and you're gonna write your name there. Then you're gonna race home, open it up, and inside you're gonna find some things. You're gonna find 2 pieces of felt. You ever do what felt is? It's kind of like fabric. It's kind of like furry fabric, and it fits just ever so nice in there. But you have to do a little assembly. So in your kit, you're gonna get those 2 pieces of felt, then you're gonna get one of these little big sticky foam pieces. And you know what you're gonna do with this? You're gonna cut it. You're gonna have an adult help you cut it into 4 equal pieces. So we cut it in half, and then that half, we're gonna cut in half again. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're gonna cut this half in half. So our whole has turned into 4 pieces. And then we're gonna peel apart the stickiness. It's like a sticker, but there's 2 sides to this sticker. So I've got a sticky, and then we're gonna use it to tape or stick that felt on our little pizza box. And I bet some of you have come to the library story time and done stories with me or with someone else, and they've had a felt board. And this is what we're making. We're making a little felt board for you to have at home, to tell stories with, to sing songs on, and you're gonna make your own as we speak. So, you see I've got those in the corner. Then you're gonna take your felt and you're gonna gently place it in there so it's just lined up. I'll show you here in a minute. Just lined up like that. The stickers are behind there. Then you're gonna do that same thing down here on the bottom. Then you'll see you have a little portable felt board. Now, in your felt board kit, you're gonna get this little sheet of cardstock, and this is old Macdonald Had a farm. You're gonna color the animals and cut them out. And then your kit has this piece of Velcro. Now this is the hook kind of Velcro. It's only one side of the Velcro because we're gonna cut this big piece into little pieces to put on the back of these animals that you cut out. And I've got a little set right here, I'll show you. So I colored my little cow and I cut him out. And I just cut the littlest piece of that Velcro. You could make yours a little bigger if you want. I might have cut them a little small. But when that little piece of Velcro sits on the felt, look, it sticks. You have your own felt board. I have 2 stories in your felt, or 2 little activities. One is the Old Macdonald, which we'll do in just a minute, and the other is the story of the Little Red Hen. So you have the story here that an adult can read to you, and then I want you to retell the story after you've colored and cut these out. You're going to retell that story on your felt board. I'll show you how it's done. First though, let's sing our Old Macdonald Had a Farm song. And in your felt board kit, it has the lyrics on this sheet of paper. In case you don't know Old Macdonald Had a Farm, here's how you sing it. And when I cut apart mine, I saved the title. I'm going to put the title up at the top. Then I think it would be fun if you, when you get your felt board kit home, if you sang this song to somebody in your house, or you could even go out in your front yard and maybe a neighbor would come over and you could sing it with them. You could sing it to a brother or a sister, a baby or a grandparent, anybody you can think of, and we'll do it together. And I hope you can sing it home with me. The song goes like this. Now I have all my little animals ready to go with all the Velcro, and I keep mine in a little envelope. And our song goes like this. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with an oink oink here and an oink oink there, an oink, whoops, cows don't say oink. Boy, must be Monday. They say moo, let me rewind. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Who's next? That's the pig. And on his farm he had a pig, E-I-E-I-O, with an oink oink here and an oink oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a, you ever seen one of these? It's a donkey. It looks really close to a horse, doesn't it? Do I have a horse in here? Can't believe there is no horse on there. All right, well you can tell it's a donkey because it has those big ears and a long, long tail. And donkeys go, hee-haw. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a donkey, E-I-E-I-O, with a hee-haw, hee-haw here and a hee-haw there, here a he, there a he, everywhere a hee-haw. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a dog. Look at his happy tail, E-I-E-I-O, with a woof woof here and a woof woof there, here a woof, there a woof, everywhere a woof woof. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a chicken, E-I-E-I-O, with a cluck cluck here and a cluck cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck cluck. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a goat, E-I-E-I-O, with a ma here and a ma there, here a ma, there a ma, everywhere a ma. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a sheep, E-I-E-I-O, with a ba-ba here and a ba-ba there, here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba-ba. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now we have lots more animals you can do at home. A llama, not sure what sound a llama makes. A rooster, cock-a-doodle-doo. A bunny, you could do a hop hop, or you could do a nose wiggle. I can kind of wiggle my nose. A goose, honk honk. And you know what the fun part about these felt boards is you can make your own animals. They don't have to be out of felt. You can use paper like I've used and color pictures. And if you don't have any more of the Velcro, you could use double sticky tape. You can get really creative. And they just pop right off. You can also tell little stories with your animals. You can get very creative in your felt board and do whatever you want. Let's really quickly do the story of the Little Red Hen. And I'll show you, it's a little different. So you'll get one of these, and then you'll get the story. And then, of course, I colored and I cut out all the parts of my Little Red Hen I'm going to put the title of the story up, and I think there's not nearly as many characters in this story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of the characters ready for me to go in the bottom of the box like this. You see that? And then I'm ready to tell my story. Now, your adult in your family can read this story to you, and then I bet the next time you might be able to do it and tell the story without the words. And maybe it'll take a couple times for you to get used to the story, or maybe you want to tell it any way you want to tell it. It's all up to you. And adults, this is really a fantastic early learning skill for kiddos to learn to retell stories, make up stories on the felt board, using pictures as representations of ideas and characters. So as much work as you can do with your kiddo in the felt board world is really great. Help them make characters, help them make their own stories. You can even help them create a story and you write the words, they draw the pictures, or you do it together and then have them retell it for the family or somebody. It's a really fabulous thing to do for kiddos early learning. All right, here we go. Here's the story of the Little Red Hen. So I'm going to read it off my page, and I'm going to use these little pictures. And then when you do this at home, you can do it any way you want, but I'd love to see you retell it after you've learned the story a little bit. It goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a little red hen. The little red hen lived on a farm and was friends with a lazy dog, a sleepy pig, and a noisy duck. How about I move that in a little bit for you? There we go. How's that? One day, the little red hen found some grains of wheat on the ground. Who will help me plant these grains of wheat? Asked the little red hen. Ruff, ruff, not I, barked the lazy dog. Oink, oink, not I, oinked the lazy or the sleepy pig. Honk, honk, not I, honked the noisy duck. Then I will do it myself, said the little red hen. So she planted the grains all by herself. When the wheat had grown, the little red hen asked her friends, who will help me cut the wheat? Can you see how she's cutting it with a scythe? Not I, barked the sleepy dog. Oink, oink, not I, oinked the lazy pig. Quack, quack. Not I, quacked the noisy duck. Then I will have to do it myself, said the little red hen. So she cut the wheat all by herself. When the wheat was cut, the little red hen, take that down too. The little red hen asked, who will help me take the wheat to the mill to be ground into flour? Do you remember? Not I, said the lazy dog. Oink, oink. Not I, oinked the sleepy pig. Quack, quack. Not I, quacked the lazy, noisy duck. Do you remember what she said? Then I will have to do it all by myself. So she went to the mill and had the wheat ground into flour. By now, the little red hen was so tired. She asked, who will help me make the bread? Oh, I'm missing one of my little hens. There's one that looks like this. See how she's making the bread? We'll pretend. Let's pretend that this is the picture of her making the bread. Oh, not I, barked the lazy dog. Oink, oink. Not I, oinked the lazy pig. Quack, quack. Not I, quacked the noisy duck. Then I will have to do it myself, said the little red hen. By now, the little red hen was just exhausted, all of that work. So she asked her friends, who is going to help me bake the bread? You can do this part for me, right? Not I, barked the lazy dog. Oink, oink. Not I, oinked the sleepy pig. Quack, quack. Not I, quacked the noisy duck. Remember what she says? Then I will do it myself. Oh my goodness, by now, the duck and the pig and the dog, they started to smell that bread baking. They wondered, what is that? Oh, so the little red hen pulled the wonderful loaf of bread out of her oven and she said, who will help me eat this yummy fresh bread? What do you think those animals said? I will, said the dog. I will, said the pig. I will, said the goose. But the little red hen, she said, no, I'll do it all by myself. Why do you think she said that? They wouldn't help her do anything, would they? I don't blame her, but I think in the end she probably shared. Maybe those 3 little guys will learn a lesson they have to help, don't they? I bet around your house you help by doing chores and helping your parents. Yeah. Well, speaking of parents and adults, when you pick up your Storytime Takeout Kit, you'll also get this great little tip sheet on how you can help get your kiddos ready to learn in school. It's by reading, singing, talking, writing, and playing with them, all the things you're probably already doing. And here's just a few ideas on how to do even more at home to get kiddos ready. And then there's just some information on our felt board kit and our new hours. And I can't wait to see you at the library coming in to get your Storytime Kit. We'll have these available Tuesday, April 5th, starting at 10 a.m. when we open. We have 200 of them, and so it's first come, first serve. We are also giving these out at the food bank for families who are picking up food boxes, and they get a copy of this book with their food bank. So these actually at the food bank won't be ready for another month, but we are handing out other bags at the food bank. We do that every month. We give the food bank 200 of our Storytime kits with a book. All right, well, I'm so happy you joined me for story time. I hope you will come and see me at the library and we'll sing our goodbye song, and then I'll see you next time. Our goodbye song goes like this. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. We've had some fun and now we're done. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me. I had so much fun with you today. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.